point more out to the left wall, the right leg back at the knee. It is hard for him, but he is struggling, but he is giving you that big cadence trot, because guess what this exercise does to him is to bring the pelvis under. Push the haunches out, he's already preparing himself to put the body into the right, and no, we are putting the buttocks out to the left elbow of the rider, and you got it. And now keep it, and now leg yield right to the wall to change lane. So from the haunches out into the leg yield, we are controlling that vagrant hip, and you feel that he is quite labored. He is not quite even, he labors. It is stressful for him to get it over to the wall. And that's why we are doing it. Precisely because it's not easy. This means he needs this exercise very, very much. And then come back to the circle here, and we will do the haunches out on my circle. So we have to begin to counter position the horse, bend him to the right by pushing the left knee back and pushing the left haunches out and collecting the right rein. So the right rein is indirect rein, the left knee is back, the left leg pushes the old hind end out, and he is to trot on 2 tracks, keep pushing it out, because he does it like 6 good straps, and then all of a sudden he is aligned and no longer bent to the right, and he's cheating. But oh yes, that's very hard for him. That's why we love to do it. Well done. And leg yield left to the wall to change rein, because that's the same, it's the same control to the haunches, but in a different way, with a different aiding. Yes, very nice. And the change is done nicely, well done. And so, on the next diagonal, lengthen the stride to change rein, but watch for the straightness, so that it doesn't revert by throwing the haunches to one side. He has to stay straight in front of you. That's very good. Yes, that was, and again, it went very active back and very busy and well carried in the back, which is what we want. And when you get to A, we will turn, no, we don't turn. At A, we will halt, and from the halt, take the left lead canter out. And you know, he is not getting away with the haunches in, he is already acting civilized, and he is lined up at the wall straight and not hanging the haunches in. Yes. Left hind leg, and deepen the pull before you let him canter. There. And now the canter is okay. Deepen the pull, and there. Good. So we always, again, the theory of riding. First, correct posture before locomotion. So, in the canter, we have to activate by sending him forward 3/4 strides and then slowing him down all the way, yes, and repeat. So again, we slow down the maximum without breaking to a trot, of course, but we slow down. And then we go and send him forward with large reaching steps. Yes. And again, a slow down with the left shoulder swiveling back. Do it with more C, more left shoulder swiveling back to collect him. Good, and now lengthen him again. Yes. And then we'll come down center line at A, as straight as possible on the center line with one flying change to the right lead. But again, the straightness is the essential to the exercise. Yes, yes. And then one change. And turn right. And then we are doing the lengthening and shortening strides. And I talk about the center line. So in the center line, he was coming with a slight left bending. And then when you asked for the flying change, he cut in with the right shoulder falling into a second line. So now make him very straight, like the neck should be straighter, the head in the middle. Yes, you did it. And he didn't throw the shoulder, and you remember how nice it was.
He did
but,
it. I didn't do it.
Oh, you did it.
He did it.
But it was very nice. Lengthen and shorten the stride, and then we do the center line again. Because I want to see the flying change right without cutting over into the right shoulder. I want him to look straight, and the neck and the head hanging straight in the middle of his chest. Well done. Yes, yes. He made a straight change, a straight canter. Don't let him drift. He's kind of getting nifty. Yes. Just keep going. Yeah. Outside leg back means he cannot change unless you ask him to change. But his haunch is in. So go one lap around with the shoulder forward. Bring the shoulder to the right. A little, the withers, the shoulder over to the right, ahead of the right hip. Just bring the shoulder right. Yes, like that. And now relax the right rein. Let him be free on the right hind leg. That's very nice. Keep going. You feel it. He's kind of cogwheeling and struggling. He is basically telling you that I am right in trying to correct this crooked haunches, because when you make him straight, he is losing efficiency. And there. Now shoulder back to the right, turn on the center line and straight. And this time we will do two flying changes. One to the left lead, one to the right lead. Yes, good. Well, yes, that's fine. And trot sitting, and yes, and change rein on, yes, and go on the diagonal, lengthening the strides a little bit, and all the corrections go easily except the right lead canter. He keeps doing it on 2 tracks, trying to be always haunches into the right, and we need to bring always the right shoulder in to bring him into a proper alignment. On the next diagonal, change rein again, and then here at C we canter, and I would like to lengthen the canter, the next wall, to do it in 13 strides. Not easy,
on this little peanut.
but we go to it's part of straightening and telling the horse how to align himself to stretch the strides, and then start to go long. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2. Now we have to do it really in 14 strides. Let's do it. Send him forward. Send him large. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. He doesn't go long enough to do it in 14 strides, but this is what we are wanting to know, because he has to, in a month's time or so, he has to easily cover the ground in 14 strides on the long wall. Diagonal change with one flying change. These are very important things to count the strides and to feel the length, because it tells you where the work is needed. The elastic movement of the stifle and the hocks has to increase to reach for the ground, and try to chase him a little forward to get the wall in short time. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 20. But anyway, he went and extended a little bit, but it's of course a standard. You should keep in mind that he has to get in the canter around 14 strides on the long wall, and at C we go to the trot, and in the trot, shoulder in all the way down to F on the end of the long wall, a shoulder in, because we are still, of course, but the outside shoulder is still on the wall. Turn him away from the wall, bring it in. Yes. The haunches came in, bring the shoulder in. Shelley, there, now. And the next wall the same, shoulder in, and if he goes back to the wall with his shoulder, we bring him in again. We just don't let him cheat. Shoulder in, yes. And the buttock is behind us on a second track. You are very good now, and he needs 8,000 miles of this. Look how nice he is. And he is not torquing his buttocks in, and he had even strides. And we change rein on the next diagonal, and then the shoulder in to the left. And after these exercises, he always trots better. Like this is a better trot than what he had before. So that's a very good sign how much good it does to him. And we do the shoulder in from F to M. Yeah. But of course, we have to turn the whole shoulder, the outside shoulder, away from that wall, and there he comes. Left leg pushes the old buttocks out. Yes, yes, yes. Keep it up. This is the only way he will have the strength and elasticity to remain arrow straight in all his work. He will never need to dodge by putting the haunches in, because he will be able to carry the weight in the haunches very nicely. And on down center line, the shoulder into X, at X change bending only, and it will become the haunches out. So it starts like shoulder in, and at X we will make him right hollow, right bend, with the right rein collecting him. Excellent, excellent. This is a very good haunches out. Turn right, of course. Yep. Right turn. And then we go to A and do the same. The shoulder in to begin with, and the haunches out to finish. Much better trot again. There's very good buoyancy and lift in this trot. That's what the exercises are good for. So, the shoulder in first. Yes, 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 and yes, well done. And then we collect the left rein, we push the right knee back, push the haunches out. Good. That's okay. Honest mistake. That's very similar. Very good correction. That's what you do. Yes, exactly. I mean, it's very similar aid to the left lead canter, and he prefers it to the haunches out Guess why?
That's hard.
That's why. Yes. And so we are correcting him, and like that wall was completely straight. And at A, the canter left lead, and we do not let him come haunches in. Yes, the shoulder is kept in, nice, but lighter inside rein, so he doesn't go into a 4-beat canter. We lighten the inside rein, and yes, well done. And repeat, and then at A come down center line, and this time 3 flying changes every 4th stride. He's getting straighter and straighter, and even his tail is going to the right. Miracles happen. Now the tail is not pulled to the right, but now it's to the left. Good. Straight and good. So it was 6 and 5. That's all right. Don't, yes, I don't worry about the counts because practice makes master. You do it for 20 years, you will become very good at it. And the horse will be much better when he is much straighter. So come down the center line one more time and do your every 4 strides. And it either happens or it doesn't, but we keep it straight and we ask. It was 5 and 5. That's fine. We just go to the trot, sit the trot, and on the circle, here on the circle, stay on the sitting trot. Yes, and less inside rein, so we don't let the haunches curve to the left. Very good, very nice. Sit through that swinging back because, of course, with every time we get it a little better aligned and straighter, we are going to get more wonderful steps from the hind legs reaching into the hoof print of the front leg. That's very, very good. And now comes another exercise. He was nicely aligned on the circle, but this time we take 4 strides of canter and back to trot. So only 4 strides. The emphasis is on transitions. So just canter and 2, 3, 4 back to trot. Yes. Keep repeating it. Building the fluency through the back of the horse, the suppling of the back by switching from trot to canter and canter to trot, the horse becomes more and more elastic. Well done. Yes. And again. And now the next trot we change rein and do some on the right lead. So we change. And then on the right circle, very nice. Keep it big. It's a very good thing in the back. You feel it in your seat. The back is swinging and loose and up under the rider. So we go and start 4 strides of canter, then back to trot. Because it's all about suppling the back and creating that wonderful swing. Yes. And back canter, 2, 3, 4, trot. And again. Yes. And one more time, and then we stay here in the circle and shoulder in on the circle, shoulder in, because of course we are diligently conquering that crookedness and we are succeeding. So now the new exercises on circle, the shoulder in, and from the shoulder in to the right lead canter and the shoulder 4. So cantering with the shoulder a little more inward than the buttocks. Yes, so push with the right hand, push the old butt out, like a little bit of a plie. Yes, and the right whip back to canter. It's hard for him, Shelley. That's why we do it. Otherwise, I could stay at home and take a lukewarm bath and have a good time, because this is so important what you are doing. Well done. And trot sitting, we change rein again. Yes, he's coming aligned. He's working much better from the haunches. He is not throwing his buttocks to one side. And that's a terrific change. And the tail is mobile at the end of the spinal column. He is not jerking his tail to the right. He is allowing the tail to go left and allowing the tail to hang loose. And it's wonderful. So now the shoulder in on the circle again. And from the shoulder in to the canter, shoulder 4. Yes, yes, and yes, and the shoulder 4. Yes, good. You are doing it. Yes, a little energy. How about a touch with the whip? Why not? I mean, the horse has to jump in the canter so that it doesn't look like the front canters and the hind end wants to just trot. We don't do that. We canter forward with these wonderfully suspended strides. And the trot with the shoulder in. Trot and immediately pushing the haunches outward on the wall and letting the withers drag inward in front of us. Yes, push the haunches out. It's like a turn of the forehand. It's like trying to turn on the forehand. Of course, we cannot do that in the trot, but we can certainly do the lovely shoulder in. And now take a 10-meter circle in the middle of the big circle. 10-meter tiny circle. Touch with the whip if he doesn't have the power. It may be hard for him, so that's all the more reason good for you. That's exactly what I wanted to ask. And now a little shoulder in on that tiny circle. Just push the tail out. There. And boy, he's strengthening, and his tail went over to the left. The poor little thing has the tail to the left, which is very good news now, because we are bending left with a good body, and straighten out, lengthen the strides. Yes. And on the next, you can sit or rise, but on the next diagonal, also lengthen the stride. Because you remember how the homework in the canter has to reach 14 strides on the wall. And here comes the homework for the trot nicely, and, yes. Keep going, it started very nicely. And legs, tap, 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 tap. He's very good. And rising trot, lengthen the reins to stretch him down. Yes. And walk and finish. Very good ride as usual, but as I say 1,000,000 times in my lectures, riding is for the mind. Do we know, do we understand what the horse needs? Yes, we do. We understand.